Hi folks, welcome to the Prepared Homestead. This is Travis. Thank you all for stopping by to watch. Man, today it's turning out to be a real beautiful day. Look at that. It's a completely clear sky. I mean, look, the sun's just glaring right into you. There's not a chemtrail or anything like that in the sky. It's beautiful out, and it's a little warmer than we were expecting. They were predicting mid to upper 50s, and we are, let's see what this thing, I'm showing 62 on the vehicle thermometer. That's about what it is. It's really nice. It's a little breezy, but man, cannot complain because, as you all know, some of you've experienced it, it's been pretty cold the last few weeks. So having a 60-degree to temperature day is just, my goodness, feel like it's, in the middle of summer comparatively. Anyways, a lot of crazy things going on. Trump was cut off a bunch of spending and all that kind of stuff for things that temporarily, like they're kind of reorganizing stuff inside, it seems. Maybe, canning people. And I guess for a short bit of while, things like Medicare and Social Security and stuff benefits were cut off, but I think they fixed that now, they said. So that looks to be okay. It's a lot. There's a lot of stuff happening, and I'm trying to look at it unbiasedly, because so many times we get slanted one way or the other, and I think it kind of clouds our vision. And I certainly see that some of this stuff on the surface is very good. It looks very good. It seems very good, and I think it is. But too many times throughout history, that has been used as really kind of a ploy, as a psyop, to throw a bunch of stuff at you. Some of it's really good, to get you kind of sucked in to what's really going on behind the scenes. I don't know, but the whole AI and all that kind of stuff, I mean, like yesterday, $1 trillion was lost in the markets. I think the other day it was, several $billion lost in crypto. There's a lot of stuff going on. The Doomsday Clock, that big official Doomsday Clock, it's been around for years, counting down the seconds to the next doomsday, or how close we are to some type of, nuclear or other, nuclear annihilation or something. Well, today they updated it. We're at 89 seconds to midnight, which is the closest it's ever been. And they're saying that between pandemics and nuclear war and all these other things, that humanity, and climate change, they had to throw that one in there now too. Now that one's also mixed in. Climate change, also, that we're closer to destruction than ever. Speaking of destruction, I've been talking off and on a lot lately about the H5N1 bird flu. The other day, Bill Gates, because he's such an expert, doctor, virologist, scientist, Bill Gates, stated that he thinks that we've got at least a 15% chance of being in a pandemic in the next few years. At least a 15% chance. I don't know, that doesn't sound too high. This is Bill Gates. Who knows? Just today, there's been several announcements on the H5N1. Pennsylvania, Ohio, and Arizona all had positive cases. I know that's what they say. Every time I say that in the comments, people, there probably aren't. Maybe there's one. Maybe they're using the PCR tests. I don't know. I don't know if they're actually even testing anything. They're certainly not testing all the birds. I don't know. To me, the bigger point is it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter whether they are. Just like back in COVID, it didn't matter if the tests were positive or not. What mattered is that, or if they were legitimate or not. What mattered is the perception of the people, the reaction of the people, the reaction of the government, all this kind of stuff. Same thing. Anyways, they say these big flocks, I'm not saying these were killed today, but it was announced today that out of those 3 states, it's been something like 2.4 million laying hens have been euthanized because of that. And I know that that's kind of a drop in the bucket compared to the national amount of hens, but this is happening on a regular basis, folks. This is one of the reasons why your eggs are $10, $15 a dozen or something like that. I don't know. I don't really buy eggs. I think they're not that high around here. I think I've seen $5 or $6 a dozen, which is still high. That's still crazy high, but there are places I've seen reports of, well over $10 a dozen. But the point is that this is building up. It's happening. And with this push for, AI being developed to create mRNA pokey pokes and that are custom developed by the AI. The AI is not, it's not like the last time where they just mass produced this serum to put into everyone. And some people, it may have worked. Some people, it caused all these problems, because it's like with any kind of medication. There's always complications in certain percentage of the populations because some people can't take it. Well, now they're going to fix that problem. The AI is going to custom make. The AI, because it's so smart, it's going to take your DNA and say, oh, we need to make it very specifically this way. It's going to be custom tailored just to this person. Travis Maddox's DNA and genome is this, and so the AI is go. Sorry about that flashing. I hope no one has epilepsy or anything, because I don't, but that's even bothering me. How's that work? There's Travis's DNA that we've acquired, and so now we're going to custom make this serum just for him, this gene-altering thing, and then he's not going to have this illness, and we can fix all the other future illnesses too. It's been brought up to me. It's like, well, then I won't give them my DNA. I won't give it to them. A lot of people, they already have their DNA on file. That was part of what the COVID thing. And a lot of people, they already have it. And you can refuse. At least now, it doesn't seem that there's any kind of force being put on people to turn it in. But here's the thing, and this is why, it's the same thing yesterday, how everyone blew up on me because I was talking about the illegals getting kicked out of the country and not having any workers. I'm not opposed to certain things. I'm just telling you that you got to get ready for the certain repercussions of this. I'm refusing things too. They're not getting my DNA and letting AI make it. But then I also realize that the repercussions, the consequences of that decision may be that I have no longer access to certain types of healthcare. It was no different than during COVID. There were people, many of you, that your doctor didn't see you, wouldn't see you. You couldn't get a doctor. There were people that weren't allowed to get, organ transplants because they didn't have the up-to-date ding-a-ding thing. And so that could very well be the possibility in the future, probably more so, because it'll all be controlled by AI. There'll be digital identifications and biometric. This is in the near future, folks. And so that's going to be more profound. And that's fine. I'm all for not complying with that stuff. What I'm telling you is that if that is what you are going to do, then you only have one alternative, and that is to be really, really prepared, really ready to live outside of that system. That's tough. It's going to be tough. Every time I say something like this, there's always someone in the comment like, "Oh, you guys are a joke. You can't do that." Yeah, I can. It's going to be hard, but I can, because I'm determined to. Oh, there we go again. Hold on. Help for you folks that bothers and sensitive to that. I can. It's not easy. It won't be easy. But if I prepare well ahead now to have the ability to produce my own food, have the knowledge, the skills, the land, have the connections with people living around me that are doing the same, then I'll be able to do that with much greater ease. It won't be quite as difficult on me. So that's why I'm telling you, start. If you haven't already, you better start right now, and you better push really hard on being self-sufficient. Because all of this stuff, this technology, the tariffs, all the illegals leaving the country, whether willingly or being kicked out, there is kind of things aligning up. Even Trump, I don't know if you remember this, just before he took office, it was like a week or so before he took office, he stated that he believed that there would probably be a big financial recession during his presidency. Everyone's predicting it. A lot of people are saying it's like in the next month or two. I've seen several very, very knowledgeable people that believe that stock market crashes and things are, probably 60, 90 days away from now. And with all these things that could potentially end up being a good thing in the long run, but in the short term, they're going to hurt. Tariffs and cutting off trade relations, trade wars with other countries and stuff. You better be ready for the kind of the downtime, that rough period. Because that rough period could end up being way worse than we think, and we may not come out of it. There's a possibility that we will. But there's also a possibility that it could just lead to a big collapse, which is, I might add, a big part of the plan, is to kind of bring things down to their knees, us, the government, everything, so that they can reset. That's part of what the reset is. And those things are happening right now. So you better get ready. Better be able to produce food, to raise and grow things, to do for yourself, to do on your own. It's going to be tough. No one said it's going to be easy. There's not an old homesteading pilgrim from 100, 200 years ago that ever say it was easy. But it is possible. And you need to be ready. Me personally, I'm always ready for the extremes. I figure if I can think of a worst case scenario and do my best to strive to be ready for that, then if it's a little bit less than that, then I should be okay. So that's what we do. I try to think of the worst case scenario. And then I do my best to get as prepared as I can for that. And then I figure anything less than that, I'll be in better shape for it. Get your houses in order, folks. I'm telling you. This isn't a game. It's serious. It's happening. You need to be preparing yourselves mentally, physically, and spiritually. Thanks for watching. Catch you in the next video.